Thanks for visiting Patient Weather today. I'm meteorologist Al Peterlin. I'd like to talk about the weather health stresses for April 15th, 2026. We do keep additional graphics at tpatw.com. We also maintain a storefront on Amazon. Amazon purchases made through our Patient Weather storefront support the activities of Patient Weather. Looking at the surface map for Wednesday, quite significant with two major frontal systems, one in the northwest from Montana across northern California, with lots of unsettled weather in the Pacific Northwest, lots of even snow at the higher elevations. And then there's a major frontal system stretching from low in Iowa all the way across through Amarillo, and then across the north up through northern Michigan, extending all the way over to Boston or Portland, Maine. Lots of unsettled weather from the southern plains clear on up to the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley, extending all the way into the southern portions of New England. Looking at our vitality index, where there would be a composite or at least one health element to have some kind of health risk, and you can see it is focused again here on the Pacific Northwest and stretching all the way from Texas up to the Great Lakes. Pressure change not so significant on Wednesday, a little bit of falling pressure here across southern Idaho and some rising pressure here in Kansas. Temperatures a little bit more interesting as we have some warming temperatures here behind that frontal system, stretching from the uppermost portions of the Four Corners on up to the northern plains. Looking at dew point temperature change, you can see that we have a dramatic fall in dew point here behind the frontal system, and I would think that that means a significant or elevated risk of fire risk across those southern to central plains. Vapor pressure very much just supporting that same activity. And then finally back to the lifted index, and it brings us back to that front in the central portions of the country with lots of instability, fireworks, showers, and thunder showers, especially across Oklahoma on into Missouri, and really on up into Iowa and northern Illinois, but extending east all the way into the Ohio Valley. Looking at the change in oxygen availability, we will have migraine stresses here in the Pacific Northwest from northern California across Oregon into northern Iowa. Another significant area of migraine risk from the Texas Panhandle across the Oklahoma Panhandle and almost all of Kansas, then moving to Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, and southern Wisconsin. Looking at the risk for asthma and arthritis, we have a significant portion down here in the westernmost portions of the Four Corners, and then up in the northern plains, the Dakotas to eastern Montana and Wisconsin and Minnesota. Little bit right here along the Canadian border in the northeast. Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Your comments are appreciated, and if you hurt, tell us.